Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the weirdest name series I think I've ever done. Because it's named Orangetown, but it is not a tropical playthrough. But GG's. Hope everybody has been doing well. I appreciate the comments and attention on the first episode. It's always nice to have people's support. I know there are some folks who are disappointed that we were not able to keep going with the other save, the Colonial Charter, and I do plan to upgrade my gaming rig here soon. And when I do that, hopefully, that will allow for an upgrade to hopefully a fresh installation with the new rig will not have problems with Colonial Charter. That's what I'm trying to say. I see floating boars. At least the ducks make sense floating. They are standing on the water, but at least they make sense. Alright, so just to catch everybody up, if you forgot about this playthrough, we only have 9 people. We just have these 3 families basically. We have 1,800 food, we have 10 tools, and 3 clothes. If you remember, we are only in Summer of 3. This is only our second episode here. So the blacksmith is currently making iron so that we can get the tailor built. We have a seed and stock trader over here. We are making lumber, which will be helpful for housing, but I'm going to switch this over to firewood. We do want to have a fair bit of firewood on hand. We have a second lumber mill, a charcoal kiln, a foundry, and a mine all ready to go to amp up industrial production. But before we do that, we want to get the tailor going. This is why we've been gathering cotton and flax so that we can make shirts, clothes out of linen and leather and cotton and leather. We should have a decent amount of leather going. Our storage is completely full, so we're going to need to build a barn also. And I may end up putting that barn kind of like here in between, so maybe just off of the edge of the gatherer's hut, maybe like right there. Makes sense to me. Right here. So that way it's close for the downtown folks, but it's a little bit closer for the hunting cabin and gatherer's hut to take their stuff down there. So if you remember, we have like the world's best hunter. That first season they got 700 bison meat and over 60 leather. They're doing good again this year, not as well, but they're doing, like, this is closer to a normal year. That was just outrageous. That was one person. I mean, that's like 1,500 meat. Just meat, not even counting. Well, that's crazy talk. Okay, so we can so I guess they used up all the iron, so let's make a few iron tools with the ones that are left. And we only have 1 extra worker. Shoot. Well, maybe we'll do that. We'll just say you can come over here and let's make linen out of our flax. We had quite a bit of flax. Well, enough to make a couple batches. But we have 72 leather, and I want to spread that out. You know, I don't want to just make a bunch of hide coats. Because we also have a decent amount of fur, and we can make warm coats with the fur. So we'll spin this first. So it's only that one batch. But we should have, what is it going to be? Yeah, so we have 4 linen. So we can initially make these hide coats. We really need a population increase is what we need. You guys need to do your thing here. I'm gonna go ahead. We don't really have a second. That 18-year-old. Yeah, I think if I build another house, that'll help. Oh, but I don't. Okay, that one's brown, so this one's black. Perfect. Get that built, and we'll gather this other linen and cotton. Is that? Yeah, there's some iron ore in here. Nope, not copper. Iron ore. Oh, it's okay. That looks like stone. Stone. Oh, here we go. Iron ore. And then we're good on firewood at 200, but I'll still gather that. 1900 food is good, but since this is so close, we might as well get it. The gatherer's not going to come down here, so we'll have the all 2 laborers do that. So once the tools come down a little bit more, I may start that process. Really what we need at this point is labor. We just need people to be born. They're building a new barn, that'll help. Yeah, 11 flax there. We're a long way off of building things like a town hall where we can track, but I'm surprised it already dropped down to 16 fur. Let's go ahead and use up the fur. Makes sense to make warm coats in winter. Well, it's too late to make them if you're already in winter, but you know what I mean. Okay, so we're over 200 firewood. That's good. We're gonna need to fell some more trees. So we'll just go ahead and have them. Oh, that's not gonna. Right. Let's have them go ahead and clear out that a little bit and fell some of these. I don't think we're quite to the point that we want to build out here yet. Dock stuff. Sustainable. We need to be sustainable. Goose meat. One of the things I like about getting the town hall is you can look at your annual usage stats, so you can see if you're having issues where, you know, you're using more food than you're creating, or you're using more lumber than you're creating, all those things. Look at that, 10 clothes. Once they're done with these fur, I'm going to shut this down and have that person move over to the blacksmith. Alright. Getting this other house in. So hopefully... Okay. Lenarine had another child, which is good. Okay, so those two moved in there together. And Maynardo is You know what, bro? You want to live by yourself? Go for it, because he is a beast. So we have a 7-year-old, and I know I say year, but it's really seasons, and it's all an approximation. So don't make it weird. Not meant to be weird. Okay. Grab some of these stones, and we'll go ahead and grab that iron ore. Okay, they're done here. We'll take you out of there, and we will add you over here. Yeah, make iron tools. Put 37 iron ore, that's good. Over 2,000 food, that's good. We're going to be real close to a miniature tool crisis here. But hopefully they can get a few made and move into storage. I know this is kind of, what's the word I want? Simplistic at this stage. But it lays the groundwork for the entire rest of the playthrough. So, and if you just wanted to see a regular old playthrough, you'd watch a different creator. You'd watch me because I do goofy things like this super hard start. I still can't believe I failed that last challenge. I know some of you are probably like, oh, we saw it coming because you didn't build houses. But that's one of the interesting aspects of being a creator for me, because I watched a lot of people create for years. Didn't think anything of it. And then when I tried it, I was like, that's actually legitimately way more difficult than you think it is. To commentate. Okay, now we switch over to this. To commentate while you play, explaining the logic, trying not to miss details, you know, things that you know you need to do. Now, is that actually cotton, or are those actually flowers? Because I feel like those are really flowers, and this is what cotton looks like. But maybe I'm wrong. Gather that. Oh yeah, give me that fresh linen. Fresh, flax. That's one of the first things I like to get is either flax, seeds, cotton seeds, or sheep for wool. Those are the things I like to get. Okay, so I think we have enough flax. We can spin it again. And we have enough cotton that we can make some cloth. So let's spin the flax. Pretty nice variety. What am I finding cranberries and strawberries this year? That's good. Sounds tasty. I could go for some fresh foraged forest fruit right about now. Okay, they had a baby. Oh, school. Dang it. Doesn't feel like we're really in the spot that we could have a school yet, but nevertheless, here we go. 12 iron we need for that. Crud. Well, there's gonna be all of our iron ore that we just got. Okay, Do I see any close by? Wrong button. There we go. Let's say, how about in this area? None. Any left in this area? None. This area? This? Okay, here's some. That's not much though. Alright, there's a little deposit up here, but it's early autumn. I'm not gonna mark that. Let's just do a little scouting. Okay, there's a little more up there. There's a huge batch right there. Okay, these ones, that's not too bad. This batch, not terribly far. This will be great when we get to that point of expansion, but we are not there. Okay, now we'll do leather and linen again. Wow, 24. That is... Let's do this for those furs. Alright. Nice and balanced. We're sitting about 2,000 food. Tools are getting bad. Why are they getting so bad so quickly? I guess we need... Okay, we only need 2 more iron there. So... Jeez. Maybe a little bit more, then I switch them over to making a few tools. Because I can see there's some done here. It just needs to be put in storage. Alright, let's go ahead and make some iron tools before we have a tool crisis. The schoolhouse is going up. That is going to be well worth... It'll be annoying, the little bit of delay till we get our laborers, but having a school will be... That's central to this game. Because uneducated workers in this game are less than ideal. I do this all the time. As soon as it snows, I switch to collecting the linen and cotton. Cotton's a little harder to see, but the flax you can see really well in the snow. Alright, good deal. And while I'm at it, I'll get the local food that we can. Even though 3,000 is plenty for 13 people. See? Tool crisis. It was just a second too late. And of course, one of the first people to have their tool break is the flippin' blacksmith. We couldn't have it be, somebody that doesn't need a hammer for everything they do. Alright, let's go ahead and spin the cotton into cloth. Get a teacher going, and we have no students, but we have 4 little ones. So the 3-year-old, the 2-year-old, the 0, the 4 will all go through the school. I don't know how many uneducated folks we have just based on that start, but hopefully not too bad. There he went, got a tool. You mean you had to walk up there to get the tool that you just finished making? That tracks. Alright, and then I'll make one more. Okay, now they're gonna say, we don't have the right stuff. So let's make a batch of stone tools. I mean, the stone tools are 75 use, so it's not like they're terrible. I was just playing Medieval Dynasty, and this makes me think about, you know, the durability of a stone tool versus when you bump up to copper, bronze, or iron. Which reminds me, there is copper here. Maybe we should go with copper tools. Because that's only, wow, it's only 5 better than the stone. And we don't have to do anything to the stone. Just mine it. See, where we want to get to is eventually have our mine going and get coal so we can start making these steel tools. Now that doubles. That's huge. We need to rush that as quickly as we can. As a matter of fact, I might go ahead and have them build, well, we need a lot more stone to be able to build that mine. But let's go ahead and have them collect that batch of stone there. And when he takes this last, we'll do one more set of stone tools. Then I'm gonna put him back on making iron, because we have more iron ore laying around. Alright, let's switch you back to making iron. So between them getting this stone... Wait, what? Didn't I unlock that? Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, I was gonna unlock it, but I didn't because of the stone. But we're ready for it. Get that going. And we'll switch you over to one leather, one cloth. That'll make us some more coats. What are you looking like over here? We need 12 iron for that, but that's soon. I think we want to get this up and going. We don't really have set up for fields yet, but I don't even remember where I was talking about doing that. I did all those plans for those couple other saves, and I don't remember my plans for this one. Still at 3,000 food, so we don't need to do this, but what the heck. Taylor is cranking out clothes. About to be, anyways. Don't tell me this is glitched. Not an uneducated Taylor. No. See, 14. It just, you can't get a school up fast enough to deal with those first initial generation. Okay, so there's 14-year-old there, male, and 12-year-old female. So we might be able to do another house. Do I do another one in the row here? Do I start another row? Do we start coming out this way? Put one right here. Although, probably on the right side here is best. Let's go ahead and go with, we want to go with this color. I don't think I do. The muted green isn't too bad. I mean, I like the blue, I like the red. For some reason this muted green is resonating with me today, so I'll go with that. Okay. More flax back there. Okay. We have some sneaky silver I see there, and I believe there. So when we get our foundry going, we'll be able to farm up that. I guess we got all that stone. Well, let's get some of this stone. And hopefully we'll have a mine soon. So storage is looking good, 23% there. 7 flax there, 23 there. Okay, great. So let's go back to spinning flax. That'll get 2 batches, and we can do more linen and leather. But I do think that's where we're going to call it in this episode. Thank you all so much for checking it out. I guess if I were to do a unique thumbnail, it would be the school. That's kind of the story of this episode, was we got a school. Will it let me? I wish it did. It'd be nice to connect that. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching. My name is Bluebelly. This is the Bluebelly Gaming Channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.